Are you afraid of your kids? Sometimes we as parents unwittingly make decisions based upon how we believe our children will react in the moment rather than what is best for them in the long run. For example, let's say your child and you are in the store and they want some candy, but you know they already had a cookie earlier and you don't think that would be good for them to have any. When someone is faced with that situation, if they are parenting in fear, they might negotiate with their child and maybe get them one piece because they know that if they don't, their child will get angry and maybe throw a fit. So they make their decision based on the fear that their child won't like them for a little bit or their child will do something they shouldn't, rather than based on what they know is best for them. In this case, the parent's first thought and priority in their mind is how to avoid a scene. This is a kind of knee-jerk reaction, so they unwittingly aren't really thinking about what's best for their child in the long run at that moment. They are just trying to get through the store without a blow-up. And we all have had similar thoughts at various times. Now I want to say here, if this has happened to you, don't beat yourself up about this. It's normal and natural to think about the overall circumstances and try to avoid a scene. That's a normal human response. But if you're being honest with yourself and realize this is the way you might handle the situation, you're likely unwittingly parenting in fear. And not just in this kind of scenario, it probably spills into a lot of decisions that you make as a parent. This doesn't mean that you're a bad parent, not at all. It just means that it would be of benefit to adjust your mindset to think about what I call mature parenting. Maturity is the understanding of how your present words and actions will affect your distant future and acting on that knowledge in a responsible way. So when maturity is applied to parenting, it means understanding how your present words and actions will affect your child's distant future and acting on that knowledge in a responsible way. This would mean that when you make a decision, like whether you should allow your child to have candy right now, you're not just thinking about the moment at hand, like whether or not your child will get angry and throw a fit. You are thinking about your child's distant future, whether or not your child should be able to handle disappointments appropriately, and how this decision may affect it. How this may be an opportunity to teach and train them how to behave so they realize they don't always get what they want. With this in mind, a parent would be thinking, no, it's not best for my child to have candy right now. So the answer is no. It doesn't really matter if they throw a fit or get angry because that's only thinking about the moment and it's not thinking about what's best for them now or in the future. If they do get angry, it would just be an opportunity to teach and train them how to behave. In other words, if a parent takes this approach, they would not be parenting in fear. Instead, they would be parenting with the knowledge that what they are doing is the right thing, thinking maturely, and recognizing that if their child gets angry and throws a fit, that's okay, because it is an opportunity to teach and train them how to behave. And when thinking about all this, you might also want to think about the future that's no doubt coming. As your child grows older, there will be many times when you will have to say no, and they will get angry at you. No, they can't go to a friend's house when their parent is not home. No, they can't have the keys to the car to drive across the country with their friends. No, they can't get a tattoo. This little incident in the store could be the start of mature parenting, where parenting in fear becomes a thing of the past. Instead, every decision will be made with the thought about your child's future and not just about what's happening in the moment. But if you heard all this and think, how am I supposed to teach them how to behave if they throw a fit? I understand. In that case, you need to take charge and show them this kind of behavior is not acceptable. You can find out how to do that by clicking on the next video that will explain what tantrums are, how they work, and how to stop them for good without spanking or pain. And before you go, please remember to subscribe and hit that notifications button. Parents, you can do this. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you here next time.